our Max Powers episode. This was kind of tough.
Yeah.
We wanted to introduce Max, but we didn't want to have to rely on anything that had been in the strip before.
Because it didn't matter. Like,
No.
there was no reason to go into all that backstory. But it's good. He's just their high school rival.
Trinity High School was my high school, by the way. I didn't go to my reunion. Did you go to yours?
No, I didn't. Because I knew that everybody I was friends with wouldn't go. So why would I go?
In typical Kurt's manner, I was not invited.
What?
I missed it.
Oh.
I never got an invitation.
Oh, well, you know what? Mine came around, and at the time, I was like, maybe I'll go to it. And then I looked up information. It was a week ago. I'm like, oh, okay. Ah, well.
Well, we wanted to put Max in here for sure, just because we wanted to see him animated. Oh, and then the funny thing is that we had the first voice we cast was Max Powers, because Ryan was sending us like clips of different people. I mean, how many people did we listen to for all the different voices? My God, it was endless. But the first one we picked, the animators did a great job on this, by the way. Boom. That was awesome.
Although, you see how Brent says my prostate hurts?
Yeah.
I think that was still supposed to be high school. Because his voice is pitched up.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyway, they found a good voice for Max, and we were like, that's awesome! And then they couldn't find him. They lost his name.
Yeah, we lost his name. We lost all the information. Francis was drinking a Red Bull right there. That's a nod from Ryan. Ryan is addicted to Red Bull, our director. But so Ryan grabbed Dave Mitchell, who's a fantastic voice actor that Blind Ferret uses on a lot of their projects, and he nailed it. That's a good shot.
That's awesome.
That was a big deal with Ryan. Ryan really taught us how to push the angles, and it affected my strip. I started doing it in the strip.
Yeah. I started drawing your characters in my strip, too.
Yeah.
It kind of grew me
I think
as an
everyone
artist.
started drawing PvP characters in their strips from different angles because of this.
I saw them in Reader's Digest, right next to the Howard Hughes.
God, Bob did a great job on that. So we decided to introduce Max kind of for the first time as if nobody had met him, just so we could get him in the... Everybody that knows Max just wants to see him animated and wants to hear him say zing and be silly, right?
Right. It doesn't matter. He could have been an alien visitor, but provided that that's done with it in the first minute, and then he's just Max the rest of the way. Oh, I love Bob in this scene.
God, I know. Bob delivered every line we ever gave him better than we wrote it.
I love the laughter that just starts rolling.
Max is a little bit of a close talker there.
Yeah.
What, are you going to kiss him?
This guy.
This guy. Look at all that space on either side of him. Max should back up a tick. Why didn't we ever notice that? Why did we draw it that way?
They're just jerks.
Hey, that was a pretty good walk cycle right there.
Yeah. And the point was good, and the gesturing.
I think Cole's going to take a dump right now. But
that's okay. He's
why did
mad.
I draw
He's just
the
really mad.
flags that way?
He loves you.
He loves you.
That was mine. That was mine.
That was your line.
I think it was mine just because Francis needed to be in this episode.
There's the ELO reference in this episode. A blatant one.
It's not really a reference.
Please don't sue us. This episode has one of my favorite lines in it that you wrote, and Bob delivered it with an affectation that was great.
Was the one where he's like, "Where are you going to get pig's guts?"
Yeah, where you get pig's gut, and your line was, "I know a guy," and I thought that was funny. And he put in that sniff.
He goes, "I know a guy."
I know a guy. Yeah, that's coming up. Principal Murray was my principal. B.J. Murray.
You're exercising a lot of demons in this.
Yeah,
episode.
I am. Ann Mossman was the first girl I ever kissed.
What would Brent do?
Ann Mossman.
Ann Mossman.
But that was elementary school, Ann Mossman. So.
Oh, all right.
I just carried that over to a high school theme.
It's like, did you get to third base? Like, no, we were in
I
second
didn't know
grade.
what third base was. I didn't know what the bases were. Ann Mossman asked me if I would go steady with her, and I had to ask her what it meant.
Well, at that age, she probably shouldn't have asked anyway.
Do you want to go steady? And I said, I don't know. What does that mean? She goes, it means that I'm your girlfriend and you can't have any other girlfriends. I'm like, all right, I don't have any other girlfriends, so what do I care?
Well, that was easy.
Then I went home and told my mom, and she said, no, you're too young to be doing that. And I had told Ann Mossman. My mom
how
says I
old were
can't go
you?
steady with you. I was in the 4th grade.
That's too young.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on in the.
That's what I
grade.
told Ann. Here we go.
Ann is just stuck in his head.
I bet Ann Mossman never even noticed him. Bam!
Is Ann Mossman in the other episode in the first one?
Yeah.
Like, that was Ann Mossman. She was crazy about me.
Yeah.
Hey, Suits.
Wow.
Class it up.
I don't know where Cole got that suit.
I like how Max's collar is still popped.
Yeah.
Because he's a jerk. I remember that originally when I wrote, not that I came up with the idea, but the line was about getting some toasting with champagne, and you were like, "No, make it shots," and I'm like, the way that Ari reads it, it doesn't sound masculine.
No, let's take some. Hey, we can sit down and have some shots.
Have a couple of shots.
Have a couple of shots. I sure wish this was champagne.
But that's what I like about him, is that it works as Cole.
He is Cole. How about those shots?
What does that say?
World's best boss. Another reference to The Office. Oh. God damn that Max Powers.
That stirs you, even though it's fake.
Yes. Miss Mumford was my German teacher. Nobody cares.
I like how Cole just goes, I always had a crush on her. I like.
I did have a crush on
he's
Miss
owning
Mumford.
it.
Yeah.
That's okay. I had a crush on Miss Ardall, my French teacher.
Oh, Brent. If only he'd listened to you. In the wild. Whatever we paid Bob Bray, it wasn't enough.
I don't want to know what
You know
paid
what,
him.
Brent? Here comes a setup for the very last joke of this episode.
Oh, sublime.
Bonk.
There's a little.
What is
gap.
that on his shoulder?
It's a pig's colon.
That's a pig's butthole. That's gross.
One in every bucket.
So now the fact that Dave Mitchell is listed as a guest voice, no matter what, works, because in this one he was.
Yeah.
See? So the credits never changing actually pays off.
That's functional.
Jessica was not in this episode, though, but had she been, nothing would have had to been changed.
But you know what? Will Wheaton didn't get in here, though.
No.
Sad. I'm in there, but not as a voice.
There's that Mark guy. I don't know who that is. Who is J.M. Bell? I have to know. Whistle.
J.M. write us. This is a very artistic opening.
I was really pleased with the